Hello and welcome to another edition of an English Guy Watching Wrestling. I'm the English Guy, I'm Nick. Thank you so much for clicking on another video, I really appreciate it. And in this one, we're going to be reviewing the latest edition of the AEW Women's Championship Eliminator Tournament with a couple of bonus matches already. So that being said, let's get into it. Opening match was Maddie Rankowski, right? versus Leva Bates. Now, Maddie was unfortunately eliminated in the tournament and was a last-minute replacement for Anna Jay, who unfortunately suffered a very bad shoulder injury and should be out for some time, which is unfortunate because Anna Jay is really becoming very, very popular and she's great. Mandy Winkowski actually defeated Leva Bates, and I'm going to call it an upset. Leva Bates has been in AEW for a very, very long time. I think since the start, if I'm not mistaken. And the fact is that Mandy Winkowski actually won the match surprised me. But you know what? Sometimes these things happen, and the way that Mandy Winkowski won the match with her hitting a book hard over Leva Bates' head was superb, to be honest, because obviously Leva Bates being the librarian, it was very unique to see the turnaround because I'm not too sure if that's happening in AEW today. Obviously, Peter Avalon used to be the librarian as well. Someone actually hitting a book over the head. I'm not sure if I've ever seen that before in AEW, on obviously being part of the librarian gimmick. But it was a fun little match, actually, to be fair. And to be honest, I think I wouldn't mind seeing these two go at it again, to be honest. It was a fun little opening match, so thumbs up to both ladies. Next match was legit Layla Hirsch versus Miranda Elise. Now, I was looking forward to this one because quite a clash of styles when it comes to these two women wrestlers. Layla Hirsch, obviously, a very, very strong amateur background. And I think, honestly, legitimately, the smallest women's competitor in AEW. She's not tall, but she can wrestle. She really can. Obviously, amateur background really accounts for that. And she's really good. Against Miranda Elise, obviously more of a luchador style. So lucha libre style. Same thing. But this was actually a good match, to be fair. I was looking forward to this one because of the Clash of Stars when I saw it announced. And it worked. I've seen luchadors face, shall we say, the more wrestling wrestlers, if that makes any sense. Obviously, very much background. And they just click because the one thing about Mexican wrestling is lucha libre style is a lot more to it than this high flying. Obviously, the really good example of that is Angelico, who's very, very good at submission styles, which they teach that as well, Mexican wrestling. And this was a very good match, to be fair. I enjoyed it. And the Clash of Styles worked very, very well. And of course, Leyla Hirsch was also in the tournament, eliminated. But she picked up the win in actually a very good match, to be fair. I enjoyed this one. And matches like this you don't see very often in AEW because there's not many wrestlers quite like Leyla Hirsch in AEW in terms of her style. But it works very, very well, and I really enjoyed this one. So definite thumbs up to both ladies. Which brought us to the semi-final of the American women's bracket between Thunder Rosa and Nyla Rose. And when I saw this one, I thought, this is going to be good. And boy, was it. I mean, the whole Eliminator tournament has been very, very good so far, but this was up there as one of the matches of the tournament so far. Both women went out there and just put on a fantastic matchup, and the finish came out of nowhere when Nyla Rose decided to jump off the top rope until Nyla caught her right into the Beast Bomb. Was a sudden but great end to what was a superb match. And I thought both women really showed what they can do in the women's division. And as I said, this year, I said last video, this year the women's division has been so strong, and this has been no different. And I really wouldn't mind seeing these two go again, to be honest. And a very, 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 very good match. What is topping up actually a very good episode of the women's wrestling, shall we say. That's going to do it for this review. I'll see what I say, I'll remember. Final of the women's tournament is now set. It will happen on Dynamite this week. Ryo Mizunami versus Nyla Rose. And that's going to be hard hitting. I'm looking forward to that one, to be quite fair. But that being said, that's it. Now I'm going to close the review. That's it. Thank you so much for watching this episode. I really appreciate it. Say it right. So until next time, take care.